Here on Chicago's west side, just blocks from the gang borders of Little Village and North Lawndale, each year youth and community members gather for an event called the Hip Hop Revival. The Revival is a 2-day event featuring hip hop artists from all over the country and includes this voice from hip hop's past, the legendary great Kurtis Blow. The event includes 3 contests: a breaking battle, a graffiti battle, and a freestyle battle. But there's more going on here than artists coming together to show off hip-hop skills and promote a musical career. This event was sponsored and developed by the instructors and students involved with a program called Fulfill the Dream. They've planned it, and today the students are running things.
You guys have authority. If you see someone doing something they're not supposed to do, you say, nah, I'm one of the organizers of this.
Fulfill the Dream has had a significant impact on our students. I would say I've had an impact in 3 ways. One is their leadership, one is their academics, and 3 is their personal empowerment and liberation. Fulfill the Dream has done an incredible job of building our students' leadership inside the classrooms and outside in our community.
I actually got to teach the curriculum. I went through a training, and throughout these 4 years, actually, it made me develop into like the person I am now.
Referring to MLK's speech on the Washington Mall, the Fulfill the Dream curriculum was developed by Roberto Rivera.
You put your name on your book?
Well, I remember back in 2005, I had just recently graduated from college, and during that time, there was a lot of articles that were coming out in the newspaper talking about the police were coming to the school and that the teachers couldn't teach because there was so much disruption. And I remember during this time, some friends and I, we had an idea. We realized that a lot of these young people were coming from Chicago, they were coming from Milwaukee, and they were coming from these traumatic experiences. And we thought, what if we could help them to begin to process through that trauma and that grief using hip-hop?
But something that you saw that's usually so traumatic for other people that they just give up on life. And you kept going?
I saw this man get shot in the head and his brain was on the floor and his eye was at his socket.
Where were you?
In my hood.
How old were you?
This was last year, I think, so I was 16.
How can you come to class and sit down and focus about Pythagorean theorems in earth science when you have that on your mind? Retaliation, what's going on in the neighborhood, it's violence going on. So what we do in the curriculum, we allow them to lay that all out so that they can really assess what's going on. And the information that they learn from the curriculum, they take directly into their lives outside. That makes them want to come back and learn.
And so we thought, what if we could combine the principles of social and emotional learning with the original elements and knowledge of hip-hop?
Because it's a lot of stuff that's out there you're about to go into that's here to kill your dream. Alright? So, we went through chapters like reality check. Y'all better wake up. We went through chapters like inner GPS. You got something in you that's guiding you where to go. Are you fighting that? Or are you listening? We went over soul blending. Don't be scared to let your soul shine. Because if one of y'all start answering questions that the teacher is giving questions to, what will the rest of y'all do?
After this school, I wound up going to Farragut for my junior year. But I got kicked out. So after I got kicked out, I wound up going to this alternative school, CCA. So when I went to CCA, they used to have these little mini course classes where they used to have people come in and teaching us stuff, and one of them was Fulfill the Dream. And I went, and I had met, at the time it was Phenom and Roberto.
I met Ernest at CCA Academy on the west side of Chicago. Now who's this on the birthday? Ernest is Ernest. Hey Ernest, what's your zodiac sign? Taurus is Taurus. Is today your birthday? Yes it is, you know it is.
How old are you on this day?
I'm 20, I'm 20. Go Ernest, it's your birthday.
about music, which is something I always love, and telling me and schooling me about more things. I was like, man, I just started coming, and paying attention more and more.
And so when I went into the school, the classroom, I saw some of these kids. Ernest was high, I admit it. He had the reddest eyes in the world, you know, but I knew to work with him because, one, he was there. No matter if he didn't want to be there, if he didn't want to learn to grow, he wouldn't have been there. He'd been on the street.
Born into a family of hustlers. And the crazy thing is, one of my aunties was their best customer.
Well, you know, real basically, I have to make a distinction between schooling and education. You know, I think schooling basically looks at the student as if they're not bringing in knowledge. It makes it really competitive. It's really about retaining information that's not always useful to a young person's life. Whereas education says that every young person has experience that is valuable, that needs to be accessed. Every young person not only has the ability to solve problems on a standardized test, but they have the ability to solve problems in their communities as well.
You ready?